Hey Cats fans, I'm going to do a player review video every week, or maybe even a couple every week over the off-season. There's a lot of players that we need to get through, but why not start with the number one premiership ruckman in the AFL, our second premiership ruckman, first pick premiership ruckman in 60 years at the club, Rhys Stanley. Rhys, you did it, mate. You've got the medal around your neck. Did we ever think that day was going to come? Probably not. First St Kilda player. I don't know in how many years. He's not a St Kilda player anymore, but thanks, Saints. We'll take him. And well done, Rhys. You well deserved. You cop a lot of flack throughout the year and previous years, but you got your medal, and you'll always be a Geelong premiership player. And we'll be seeing you. I don't know how often the reunions are happening. I think Jezza wants them every year, but what was Joel saying, every 5 years? Anyway, we'll be seeing a fair bit of you over the next few years, Jezza. Rhys. So well done. Look, in terms of Rhys's year, I think he was much improved this year on previous years. He was, when I say much improved, I think he was more consistent than what he'd been previously and had a bit more of that aggro edge about him. When I watch Rhys, I always want him to do the simple things well. I don't need him to be the best player on the ground. Don't even need him to be the best ruckman on the ground. But you do want to see him be clean with the ball, use the hand when he's got an option to do. Use a handball when he's got an option to do so. And if not, just kick it long, mate. Get it on 50 metres down the ground because you're not a bad kick when you're going straight up the guts. And it's a lot more predictable. And we've got all these big forwards, so it's when he goes sideways and doesn't sort of have a sense of when he's about to get tackled and things like that. And there's occasionally he'll drift out of games or just be not up for the contest at certain times as well. So, look, I think he's had a pretty good year. Maybe he didn't have the best qualifying final. I think that he'd probably admit that himself. But yeah, I think he was pretty good in the prelim, came out breathing fire as I expected he would, and then had a great grand final as well. Did really well in the granny. So I think overall pretty good year for Rhys. I'd give him probably a B minus. I think it's pretty good. I think Rhys would be happy with that. Well, I hope so anyway. Yeah, a B minus for him. I would have probably had him as a C last year. So a B minus for Rhys. What do we call that in terms out of 10? All right, what a 6.5? No, 7 out of 10, I reckon, for Rhys on the year. He kept Segler out of it. Segler got a couple of games in, but Rhys was their number one throughout the whole year, and even when there was a little bit of doubt going into the finals about if he'd still be their number one ruckman. I guess for him, it's the whole year, and he's getting on a bit in age. What is he, 31, 32, 33 now? He was struggling to get his body right for most of the year, but he got there in the end, and credit to the coaches and anyone, all the medical team that was involved in getting him over the line. When he was up and about, he looked really, really good. So well done, Rhys. You got your little medal. Happy with that. Yeah, look forward to another big year next year as well. We'll go back-to-back, Rhysy boy. Anyway, that's it for me for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Thanks to all the new subs. 424 at the moment. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Thank you, Brad. Brad says, yes, please subscribe. And we'll catch you.